Good morning, students. A very good morning. Today we will study third part of the poem "The Lotus Eaters" by Alfred Tennyson. As we have seen in the first two parts that all the mariners have reached to the island of Lotus Eaters and they are now not willing to go back and they want to stay there forever the life that has remained for them. So they are giving reasons after reasons why they are not interested to go back to their homeland of Ithaca. Okay, so that was the background, and now we will continue this study. So we are in choric song, and these are the lines. Fourth part of this choric song. Hateful is the dark blue sea vaulted over the dark blue sea. Death is the end of life. Ah, why should life all labor be? Let's alone. Time driveth onward fast, and in a little while our lips are dumb. Now they are giving another reason for no going back. Hateful is the dark blue sea. Now the dark blue sea is seeming then a very hateful. Vaulted over the dark blue sea. This dark blue sky is vaulted by the dark blue sea. And then they are saying death is the end of life. If death is the end of life, why should life all labor be? So what we have to do by doing this hard labor? If death is the end of life, then why we are toiling? Why we are working hard? Let's alone. We should be alone. Time driver onward fast. Of course, time is going very fast, and in a little while our lips are dumb, and within a very short time our lips may become dumb. In a very short time we are going to die. So there is no need to do any work hard. Next, let's alone. What is it that will last? Now they are saying, let's be here alone on this island by eating these lotus. What is that will last? There is nothing in the world that will remain till the last time. All things are taken from us and become portion and parcels of the dreadful past. Let's alone what pleasure can we have to wear with evil. Now they are saying that of course, all things will be taken from us as soon as we will grow old. Everything will be snatched from us and become portion and parcel of dreadful past. All our adventurous deed will remain only stories. So let's alone. What pleasure can we have to war with evils? If we are fighting with evil, it will bring no pleasure for we people. So let's alone. Is there any peace in ever climbing up the climbing wave? No, they are giving reasons. Is there any peace in ever climbing up the climbing wave? All things have rest. The ripen toward the grave in silence, ripen, fall, and seethe. Give us rest or long or death, dark death or dreamful is. Now they are saying, is there any peace in ever climbing up the climbing waves? No, there is no peace. All things have rest. Everything in the universe have rest and ripen toward the grave. And ultimately, after being old, they go to their they go there and they toward the end in silence, ripen, fall, and cease. This happens with a person with everything. They ripe, ultimately fall and cease. Give us long rest or death. Now they are asking to Ulysses that either give them a long rest or death, dark death or dreamful ease. They only seek these kind of things. So this stanza, it tells us that what is the condition of these mariners, what they are thinking about themselves. So in this stanza, the speakers, all the mariners are becoming the fact that we are all heading toward death and must labor on this way there. They do not believe that life should be completely made up of labor. They want to be left totally alone, unbothered by the real world. Their lives are moving very quickly and death will soon approach. While they are still alive, they want to be left alone and have nothing else taken from them. There is no point that they can see fighting wars against evil as there is no pleasure in it. Nothing in the world is going to last. So why waste their time making dreadful memories? By the end of this stanza, they have come to the conclusion that it is better to just die now rather than have a life of labor. That's why they are saying that give us long rest or death, dark death or dreamful is, and then the next stanza, fifth stanza. Now they are remembering some past memories and how sweet it was hearing the downward stream. How half shut eyes ever to sing, falling asleep in a half dream, to dream and dream like yonder amber light, which will not leave the Maria bush on the heights. Now they are giving reason after reason. How sweet it was hearing the downward stream. In this island there are downward stream. How sweet it will be to listen these streams with half shut eyes ever to sing. Every time their eyes are seen half shut with the intoxication of these lotus. So falling asleep in a half dream, they are having some half dream and even falling asleep to dream and dream like yonder amber light, like that amber light which will not leave the Maria bush on the height. So we will just like that light, that yellowish light which is remaining on the bushes, and then next lines, to hear each other's whispered speech. Now we are hearing each other's whispered speech. Why whispered speech? Because their voice become very thin after eating that lotus. Eating the lotus day by day. We will remain here. We will stay here eating lotus every day to watch the crisping ripple on the beach. We will see the crisping ripples on the beach. We will see the waves of the sea and tender curving lines of creamy spray. This creamy spray for waves to lend our heart and spirit wholly to the influence of mild-minded melancholy. We will we will be totally devoted to this mild-minded melancholy. Mean we will remain totally devoted to these person and we will stay here for forever to muse and brood and live again in memory. We will muse here, we will enjoy here, and we will not brood again that memory. We will remain in the memory of past events with those old faces of our infancy, the old faces of our childhood. We will remain those old faces, heaped or with a mound of grass, two handful white dust set in urn of brass. Now they are saying that after our death, our ashes will be set in an urn of brass, and me according to them, they have nothing to do in their life. So this stanza of the choric describe how sweet a life would be to lay around in a half dream all the time. The speakers are seeing all of the good parts of a completely simple speech and none of the bad parts of idleness. The men are dreaming here of a life in which they can hear each other's whispered speech while they are lying around eating the lotus day by day. This is the only task which they have to complete, and the more they eat, the more satisfied with their situation they will become. The men will watch crisping ripples of waves washing up on the beach and admire the curving lines of the spray which it creates. They will commit their bodies, heart, and spirit to melancholy and spend their rest of time brooding on memories of the past. They will remember all those that have passed away since they were born and is now buried under a mound of grass or cremated and set up in an urn of brass. They will not be bothered by death, though they will know they are living the best possible version of their lives here on this island. So, come to the next stanza of this poem. Yes, dear is the memory of our wedded lives, and dear is the last embrace of our wives, and leave their warm tears, but all hath suffered change, for surely now our household hearths are cold. Now, they are saying that dear is the memory of our wedded lives, or married lives memory is very dearful to us, and dear to the last embrace of our wives, the last embrace we have done with our wives, that memory is also very sensible, and their warm tears, and we will remember their tears when we were parting with them, but all had suffered change, but everything had changed. For surely our household hearth are cold, because the heart of our household, heart of our wives has become cold. Cold now. Why? Because they have passed 20 years without their husbands. So our son inherit us. Our son has taken our places. Our looks are strange. Now our looks has been changed, and we should come like host to trouble joy. And if we go to our house, we will create nuisance for our sons, or else island princess our board have eat our substance. Or it may be so, some bold princes have taken possession on our island, and the minstrels sing before them of the 10 years war in Troy. And the minstrels and the poets of that court sing about our glory, which we sing about our bravery, which we have shown in the war of Troy, and our great deeds, and they tell about our great deeds and half forgotten things, as half forgotten things, because according to time everything has to be changed. So is there confusion in the little island? We are not sure if there any confusion, if there any chaos in our little island. Let what is broke so remain, let what is broken so remain. If something has gone disturbed, let it be disturbed. The gods are hard to reconcile. It is hard to settle order once again. And because we have become very old, so for we people, it will be very hard to settle down the things, to settle down the order again. So these mariners continue on saying that they will not forget their past lives. Their wedded lives will remain dear to them, as will the last moments they spent with their wives. They are not going to forget everything that used to matter to them, but are accepted the fact that there is nothing they can do to get back to how things were. Their households are probably cold, they say, and their son all grown up, having inherited their father's look. If they did return, they would bring nothing but trouble for the home. They have been gone for so long that they do not believe things would ever go back to the way they were, or they stayed. Things could not have gone so peacefully at home while they were fighting in Troy. For 10 years, island princes could have been overboard and taken over their homes. The men's deed could have been forgotten and their names smeared. They have no intention of fixing the state of things. If it is indeed the case, they are the they are fine to let it stay broken. It is hard to remain order once it is lost. Still, they believe they would only make things worse, even if things have not gone well for the stars. So they decided to remain and live their lives on that island for the rest of time. Okay, so this is the third part. next lines, there is confusion worse than death, trouble and trouble, pain and pain, long labor unto aged breath. Sure task hath worn out by many wars and eyes grown dim with catching the pilot star. So they are saying that there is a confusion worse than death. If there is a confusion and we cannot settle down it, so for we warriors, this will be more painful than death. Trouble on trouble, pain on pain, and we have to suffer trouble after trouble, pain after pain, and long labor unto aged breath, and it will be a very hard work for our old age, short task to heart worn by many wars, and eye grown dim with the gauging of pilot stars. We have done a lot in our lives, and our eyesight, our heart has become weak. So we will stay here and we will not go again. So that is the point. This part of point we will see in the next part how the things changes and how they decided to remain on that island. So thank you for this time. In the next video we will complete this point. Thank you.